then we'll, okay, good. Gisanti. All right, we're going live. We're live
Keep
now.
asking me questions, Akasha.
Okay. Gisanti Pushakati. All right, so we are starting live.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
Don't need those yet.
Gisanti. Yay, we are live and we're probably talking on here. It's fine. All right, welcome to Starseed Evolution Channel. Welcome to Avatar Consciousness Expansion Interviews. I am Akasha Azurite. I probably said that. Anyways, the energies are really high, and welcome to our summer solstice surprise. I have a beautiful star sister, also my beautiful mystery school teacher here with me that I know of in the high realms. It's Christen Snowden. And we've come today to be able to open up huge passageways. Now, we already blew out the internet. So we blew out the internet already. That's why we didn't come on until now. So everything exploded and bursted open. This is Avatar Consciousness Quantum Interviews that I will be hosting in order for us to be able to connect as angelics and star beings, the avatars, galactic goddesses. So this is our avatar goddess, Christen Snowden, that has a beautiful angelic encoded divine sacred book that I know she's a library keeper in the mystery schools up there. I actually do know her in so many magical ways, expanding into expansion into the higher versions of us, our ascended masters. So I do know that it's many, and one of her beautiful wisdom books that she brought into the physical here, being able to stream through multidimensional angelic encoded light frequencies. And the book is From the Love of the Universe. So I'm going to let you just open up into the space and to be able to connect and to light encode everyone the opening expansions and passageways of your sacred wisdom that you brought into the physical, your divine book.
Okay. Hello. And it's so wonderful that we've got together at last, Akasha. You're such a shining light in the dark for everybody. And I would like to talk, if it's possible at the moment, first of all, about goddesses. We were talking about goddesses and what they mean to everybody and to the ordinary person, because we can all aspire to be a goddess if we look within our hearts. And the reason I did make a note, I know this is organic and apologise, but I just received this message this morning saying that being a goddess is more about finding the goddess within us. I just said that. And expanding it to inspire others. So glamming up our thoughts, ideas, and bringing about good in others, share love and light and all. And we have learned to guide others. So learning to guide others forwards, upwards, to achieve health, abundance and peace through respect, loyalty. This is a bit of a, it's going to end shortly, I promise you.
It's okay, just take your time.
Through respect, loyalty, compassion and healing, and speaking our truths and upholding our beliefs for the good of all concerned. So that's a God, you know, there's much more to goddess than just glam. You've frozen again.
Okay, there you go. You're back. Like, you gotta get
It's too much.
It's my Arcturian coming in and going, readjust the timelines. Get it back. This is us as star beings, right? And sitting there. That's how you turn time, but go ahead. Yeah, this is how you turn time with your Arcturians.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
the mantises. Yeah, these are mantises. They taught me how to move through time with my fingers. Go ahead.
I have a lot of conversations with the Arcturians, and I've published them in this book, Love from the Universe. I don't know if anyone can see this. It's got all the colours of the universe there. I have to put it there. I don't know if you can see it. I can only see a tiny version of myself on there.
It's
But anyway,
beautiful. It's a beautiful book. I did what I could and put it up on the community page on YouTube. So if you go on the community page on YouTube, you should be able to see it and all the posts with it.
I'll go there then. Thank you.
I blew it up for you, and it's on our community website. So
we're blowing everything up at the moment. So calling all goddesses again. I will move on to the book if you'll allow me, Acacia. Goddesses are those who love themselves, not for their own sake, but for the sharing of love for all others, to blossom and grow in spirit, soul, and love of nature, and all that is in our abundant universe. So, goddesses, again, we were talking before we came on air, Acacia, about the goddess cards. And I was saying I do live readings. So if anybody wants to have a live reading, I do them one-to-one live. So I said to you I don't do sessions, but I can do that. And worldwide this is. It's funny the things we can do, isn't it?
Yes, Geisha focusing to you. It is. It's a beautiful experience. I will have all of her information down at the description. Once we're finished and we wrap it up, I'll be putting everything and posting everything, all of your information, in order to be able to expand with Christine, our avatar goddess. So it's beautiful. The goddess deck, going into the goddess deck, do you want to share? You want to be able to share your inspirations with the goddess deck?
Yeah, because when I was first studying, I get lots of people. I get people come to me at fairs who are just starting out. They know nothing. People who are halfway and want to go further, and then people, psychics, mediums, come to me who they know all what I know, but they don't know about our galactic work. Acacia.
Yeah.
So I bought this Mystic Martians deck. Have you seen it?
No, I have not. I haven't been able to see it, but I might have passed through it because I have mounted decks and I've been traveling the ley lines across the United States.
I've never seen
that. And it's a lot of decks.
Like, me too.
That's what I don't have yet. Where I was like, it's a mystical Martian. I probably have seen it, but I didn't get it. I haven't been able to purchase it yet. I'm probably gonna have to settle somewhere to start. But this, I have a lot of decks.
It's Australian.
Okay.
But it will teach. You know, it's very good teaching. It's very good to teach people about the Pleiadians and Syrians and Arcturians and people. I'd say the majority of people that have learned, they know about archangels and angels and spirit guides, but the galactics, they think it's somewhere way out there. No, it's the Pleiadians are the closest to the humans in behaviour and love, and they talk. When I talk to them, they're so down to earth. It's just like talking to like you and me in a conversation. You know, it's unbelievable.
Yes, they're closest to the fifth dimension. So the fifth dimension is already like there's multidimensionals of the Earth system. I always explain to this that if there's 15 dimensions and higher within us, there's 15 dimensions higher within Mother Earth and Gaia. So I do explain they're in the fifth dimension, so you can just walk right in and get really close to them. As you activate your light body, when you activate the Merkaba, you will have to go through a full body upgrade, but from the carbon, moving from the carbon-based body to the crystalline body. The reason why I can see them so closely standing next to me as clear as day is because you are able to activate the fifth dimension within inside of you. So they are the closest. You are right. They're in the fifth dimension. There's a few other races too.
And crystals, the crystals are the new crystal body. This has all been channeled because we're humans. We're mainly made up of water. In fact, 60% of us are water. And we're always being told by health experts, you need to drink water daily. We do. Do you agree with that, Acacia, that you're always drinking water when
I've
you're...
always been drinking water, even when I'm going to say that I had major programming in my 20s. But I never drank soda or anything. I actually drank a lot of water all the time. So when I started activating the light body to find the purest water, which is high alkaline water, I go through about a few gallons a day. It could be about 3 gallons a day in the house.
Really?
And it's because we activate in so much light here. So because there's so much light activating and coming in is such a high frequency that we and it's not always going to be like this, but most of the time it's about 3 to 4, it could be 3 to 4 gallons of alkaline water, and it is the purest water, pure water, clean water. So pure clean water, it's not filtered water. I said it's really pure.
Is this filtered? I've seen the alkaline water on sale, and I didn't know what it was, so I didn't buy it, but I will. Now, if you're drinking it, you look okay. So
it's the alkaline water, this essence. And then Fiji water is something that I open a door to, and then you can actually buy your own alkaline machines. And the next thing I do is I make crystal water. So I put crystals in it. I put crystals in Andaras, so shungite, shungites and Andaras, and crystals, and then citrines. I actually love making crystal water. So I get the purest water and I put crystals.
Got one that will go in this water now.
Yes.
So we've gone off the point really, but
it's quantum flow. I told you, just flow with it, because you never know. But we're assisting, we're here to support.
I've got a citrine here, and I've got the water, and it's got a wide neck. I could drop it in. But how long do you leave it in there for?
I will charge you about 24 hours, 72 hours. Shungite water's...
Oh, we've gone again.
There's alkaline drops too that you can buy. There's so much stuff you can research. Again. Okay,
you're gonna do this thing, yeah?
Yeah, so I've got
to learn that one.
Just readjust the timelines. It's our reality, so we might as well you just sit here and readjust. It should come back. And just sitting here, imagine when you're like really triggered, you're like, shut up.
You'll have to teach me. I'll have to learn some more light. What do you say when you do that?
Santino Focus. That's the Arcturians, though.
Will they tell me? Oh, the
Pleiadians councils are laughing. You're like, I
don't know what you're saying.
It's Arcturian. Arcturian is more mechanical. So it's like when you're triggered, imagine like everything blows out, you have a huge interview, and you're just like,
yeah, we had that, didn't we?
Align the universe, align the universe, align.
So what are you saying when you do this? What do you say? You know, anyone who's listening, they can.
And that it's mechanical coding, but it is good readjusting timelines.
It's so easy.
I can tune it out and see. I can translate quantum light language, so I'm able to translate. I'm a translator for right now until.
When you go like that, what are you saying?
Readjusting timelines, energy reset grid. It's a crystal
grid. Can you just say that in English without the light language?
Yep, I teach people. You don't have to speak light language. There's many Wayshowers that speak in code, but they speak. They'll speak English, or they can speak any type of language. So reset the grids.
Okay, if I just say
reset, readjust, reset, readjust, reset. Go like this: reset and readjust, reset and readjust, and you move it in a circular motion. You can reset anything, but I usually will move like this because it's the Merkaba. It's the drivers to the Merkaba, to the reality centers, I call it. Okay. So you just move like this.
All right, I might do that. I've got to learn. I must learn language bit by bit. So, what do you think about crystals are alive? I go into this, the new crystal body. Crystals are alive. That's I know you're laughing because you're talking to other people. The energy of a crystal is almost bionic.
Yes.
Because when we have a crystal bias, our body imitates or copies that, and it adjusts it in our body. Do you believe that? I'm interviewing you. Do you,
yes,
do you believe that? I mean, I've written about it in the book.
Yes, yes. Your information is organically. I hope we didn't freeze again. Your information, okay, so your quantum light that you bring in to build your angelic coding is transmitted from your records within inside of you. So yes. However you receive it, even if it's something that the universal aligned, or your high, I'm going to call it your universal soul, your ascended self aligned to you to piece together in a quantum geometrics in order for you to be able to bring in organic your book.
Okay, I'm actually doing a crystal diploma course to learn more about crystals. So that interests me that you've kind of clarified that. It's published in the book. I was also told that in the future there's going to be crystal temples. I mean, it's no great revelation, but we'll be able to visit there, and that'd just be wonderful. You receive healing there. I can just imagine that would be lovely to go in a complete crystal, and it's got everything you need. There is nowhere like it on Earth at the moment, is there?
There is underwater. There are ones that are found underwater, and then there are ones that I believe are hidden. And I'm just going to say, for right now, they're located out near the bird systems, and then there's others placed around the planet.
Okay, we need to do this again because you've frozen my end. You need to change time in case you come back. You froze there.
Yeah, it keeps freezing, but it'll adjust. It'll adjust. So eventually, the timelines will come together as one. Eventually, there's ones. I came in with blueprints to build them, and there's many of us that came in with blueprints and structures to build them.
Really? That's fascinating. Yeah. So apparently crystals have the ability to transform themselves.
They have the abilities to transform them.
Rather transmute themselves, like growing a bionic arm. Crystals are alive. Put another way, the energy contained in a crystal is we've discovered that anyway.
Vibrational frequency bandwidth. They vibrate. They do so much more. There's so much more that they do. So much more.
So I asked. Sorry.
Yeah. Andaras. I have to move the Andaras. I feel like light right now. I'm kind of shifting them around, seeing if it will. There we go. They want to be shifted. Connecting into the book from the love of the universe. If you're going to assist anyone in this now, what do you feel like? What do you feel like the purpose of this divine book to assist? And I would just say I would connect with it. I should be able to receive it very soon. Purchasing it, but I can see that it's going to assist me in multidimensional ways of connecting to my higher self, but also to be able to realign my universal grid.
Okay. So you're back again, are you?
Yes.
I was doing this.
So we're kind of moving. We can open up to the inspiration of your book. Now that
Okay, so some people, novices and are unsure about where to start. And I put questions to myself here. I'm often asked, how do I communicate? So the reply was, I was left wondering what the message meant, that as a spiritual person who is qualified in communicating with angelics and guides, galactics, I knew the meaning of what the message would unfold over time. It's over the past couple of years I've begun communicating with outer planetary beings, which you do as well, Keisha, and beyond, who have lived on Earth and evolved from star planets such as Pleiadians, Sirius and beyond. They're now reaching out telepathically to bring inspiration to light workers, psychics, mediums, spiritual leaders, therapists to a better world for us all. And the main theme is always love. My messages are usually published on my Facebook group called the Galactics. So I'd just like to say to anyone who's listening that throughout the book there are spirit notes, like on this subject I was just talking about. We communicate by breathing in and out and raising our vibrations to a much higher level. I've been told that this is something anyone can do with the right focus and mindset. But I think we are brought to that stage by inspired. It's not just, we do have to do the work, don't we, as well?
Yes,
what say you, Acacia?
I'm connecting.
It doesn't land on your lap.
It's transforming from, I believe, wholeness and raising your vibrational frequency and maintaining a place of blissful states of consciousness. Opening up your heart should be able to release from doing the work. If you're able to maintain a presence and a balanced centered point, everyone, if you can maintain the present 0 point, which is that place of nothingness and that stillness within inside of you, you should be able to observe what are you releasing from your body as softwares and templates that need to be wiped. Okay, that you won't have to always feel like you're doing so much work all the time, knowing the emotional body, that we have an emotional body until everything unifies, and then you go through a process where you will not have an emotional body anymore. No emotional reactions. But for a while, it's okay to cry. It's okay to release. Okay. These, you would know, I'm just moving through the waves to open up my heart more to a 0 point present. Maintaining presence. So I'm going to say yes, and then I'm hoping that we'll be able to evolve consciously as a human species to a 0 point present state and the 0 points present state of consciousness would be able for us not have to go through mounts of doing the work. Is that, and just maintain that purity of love and that loving state. And the Galactic Goddess, the Gods and the Goddess, the School of the Gods and the Goddess is where the website is going. And it's all galactic, and it always, the Gods and the Goddesses are all galactic too. Eventually we'll go into that one day. But I want to kind of stay on the road, understanding that a god and a goddess, or a galactic guardian, light worker, or an angelic human, whatever it is that you want to expand yourself as a beautiful, luminous light being, okay? I believe is that we love the all, the pure source angelic frequencies, an angelic, a pure angelic being, which is us. The soul is pure, is angelic. We're already angelic, okay? And I just want to mention that too as well. So angelic, pure frequency of God consciousness, Christ of God consciousness. So there's the Christ of gods and goddesses, which whatever is perception of what resonates and doesn't resonate with everyone, because there's many distortions and duality and polarity and separation on the planet, which will be restored very soon, is that a goddess, a divine goddess, and the divine God self, they love the all, and a very pure frequency emanating out of a divine power, pure love, intelligence, and wisdom to share. So it is purely loving everything connected into the source grid of creation and reality. So connecting into those frequencies, I do, it resonates in what you said, yes.
But stating, assuming there are people who don't know how to get their vibrations up to a Christ consciousness level, it does help to send love and light to what they can do as an exercise is send pure love and light to everything we touch. Let that be your aim. Anyone who doesn't know where to start, send love and light to everything we touch, feel, hear, see, and expands the goodness into the hearts, minds, and souls of others. We can touch people, for instance, going on to, I work in the higher realms against drugs. I'm against recreational drugs because it does so much damage to people. And I've attended meetings of CA.
Also pharmaceutical drugs too.
Yeah, so our thoughts and prayers, they're heard and they do reach hearts. And it can be turned around. It just takes time. The more people who actively pray and do things from the heart, work through the heart. You just imagine, all this is in the book. You think of, because when I first heard about what you need to start working from the heart, I was told, I honestly thought, well, how can you work from the heart? I just didn't know, even though I was communicating with spirit and mediumship and doing readings, I didn't know. But once I began to send my thought, it's just a thought, to the heart, you focus on your heart, put your hand on your heart, and there are meditations, like Pura Rasa does some fantastic meditations. Then that connection comes about and you will attract the good. That's the aim, isn't it? To attract the good. Because I like teaching on basic and intermediate, not just advanced people. So I had to throw that in the mix.
Operating from the heart, yes. These are dissolving through the illusions of the matrix. You're already operating at your heart. If you're sending out love and light and connecting to spirit, you are. Okay, so there's different, as you move through the basics, intermediate, okay, intermediate is going to be most likely the fourth dimension, and then the advanced is wanting to step into the full soul consciousness of a dimension and beyond, of kind of learning how to multidimensionally drive through dimensions and walk through dimensions, of you understanding that you're a multidimensional being and a multidimensional reality being. So operating from the heart, we already do. So I always tell everyone, well, I can always tell if they operate from their heart and pure frequency of love. So as generosity and kindness is key. And that's how I'm like, but you're already there. You just veil. Okay. And that's what it's your veils and I always say I don't say ego, it's the programming of doubts and fears. Most likely, a lot of people can go straight to the heart and the higher chakras like me and to ignore the lower realms of the body, which would be the chakras, the root chakra, sacral, and the solar plexus.
Right, okay. But working with the solar plexus, people have a lot of problems these days with the solar plexus and navel and root chakras.
Oh, yeah.
And really important to maintain the balance there, which you already referred to. But that can track, because majority of people are still in the 3D and 4D. I know they say the consciousness level is raised for the whole planet to 5D, but even you and I go up and down because we're living with others who are on different levels. So, but because we maintain, people who do it for a living, if you like, albeit with a pure intention, we do maintain it by regular meditation and communication and connection with our guides. That was a bit long-winded there, was
No, it's beautiful. Yeah, just stream with the quantum light. The source consciousness is coming through. So Christ consciousness, the summer solstice gate system, a lot of people are going to be releasing, and you have to. So knowing that their sacred passageways, we're going to go through a rebirth today. So everyone should be feeling that rebirthing energies. And you're right about the up and the down. Hopefully we didn't freeze again. The up and the downs, right? Most likely to be, well, you're in the UK, right?
I'm just doing this, you didn't see it.
Imagine in a Zoom meeting in your office, you're like, and they're sitting. It is we teaching people, they're like, you know, if you do this, you can move through time and space. You put your hands like this, and you look like an Arcturian or a mantis. And you should learn how to turn time. You should be able to see time moving. Oh, you
do it with your eyes closed, do you?
I always do, because it opens my heart. Because I'm able to
you know, I said I've learned your exercise.
With the selenite.
Every day I do it twice a day. And the Pleiadians told me to do that. That's dangerous, that on you.
It is dangerous.
Oh my God. I've got a sensible one.
It's my Shekma and Michael sword. My Kali, it's my Kali shifting dimensions. You can clear, so you can clear your head all the way down to your feet.
Yeah, that was the first thing I learned from you, and I just do it every day down to the end.
You want to move them. I have other ones though that are a lot smaller, but this one definitely will sleep in the bed.
You read my mind. I was just going to say that. I was just going to ask you.
It's like I sleep with him
by your bed. How weird is that?
And then this one is another funny one that sleeps in the bed. I don't know where it is, but that one we play with. It's our big onk. Oh wait, this one is another one because when I sleep, I know I can work with items, whatever is in the bed or on the altar.
Okay.
Dream state. So this is Lemurian. This one's big too. This one's for the sun activation. It's where I stream in the light, the Christed light of the sun, and then I just blow it into the earth grids. I just take it, pull in the sun and the Christed light, and I just bang it into the earth grids into the ley lines.
Okay.
It's like very big shamanic tools. Because I'm bringing the Christed light in, and I throw it into the ley lines and anchor in rays of heaven in. Yeah, it's like the sun behind me. It will look like that, and I just take in the lights with my avatars, and we just blow it into the earth grids. It's Christed light. It's really cool. I learned how to do it a long time ago. Anyways, you don't have to go that big. You have to understand that I have more masculine, more divine masculine higher selves that teach me. It's like lots of tools, and then this one we sleep in, and most likely it's to charge up the light body.
Okay.
Charge up the light body, and the dream state. But then you can use it in your, kind of like charging the light in the body. And then I have another one, but I have an Ankh that sleeps next to me too. And that one's big, but we always have fun and play around with it. It's like it's sleeping in the bed. It's just like funny. I joke I play around a lot with the higher selves. But what you can do is you can clear your whole house with intent. So you can charge up the house, cleanse the house, you raise the vibrational frequency of the house with I call it selenite, but sometimes people call it selenite. And you can charge up a grid. You should be able to cleanse and to clear the whole house, raise the vibrational frequency, or just light out. And you can clear your body. You can clear cords with your right hand. Okay.
Right.
And you can scan your whole body like a body scan. You can open up portals and high vibrational portals too. You can open up stargates. So it's actually a beautiful tool.
Right. I've written that. I'll put it.
It's my Spartan energy. It's my Spartan warrior woman that sleeps in the bed. It's actually hilarious. So
You're a warrior. You're an earth warrior.
That energy has to go, and it's like a multidimensionally integrating. So my warrior, but I'm really trying, when I'm trying to do the goddess where I'm trying to transmute it and to transform it, because the energy is more of a masculine, and there's certain, it's not, well, some would say it's distorted, but it's a lot of the energy that has to go. So I work with the Christed light for the Christic Sophia to open the heart chambers, to release and to transmute the warrior energies. And then I brought everything into a whole. But when you split through your multidimensional aspects, you're going to go, you'll realize you'll be splitting again, and you'll be having fun. And that's the whole point. You have fun, you bring everything back together into that Christed light, that pure love, God consciousness. Everything virtually goes out and comes back in, and that's multiple timeline jumping. And it's just to unify, to continuously unifying. And that's what you say. You're in the UK, and the vibrational frequencies, you're there for so many reasons, beautiful reasons, anchoring light, and then also kind of navigating through those vibrational frequencies too, raising the vibrational frequencies. Everything will go up and down for a long time, because you have to work through the lower chakras and then the upper chakras, and then all the points, and then everything comes back into a whole. Eventually you'll be able to maintain a higher state of consciousness and then a higher vibrational frequency in the future, even if other soul contracts are low. They're assisting you. There's a high purpose. They all assist you in order for you to be able to master the reality of that ability.
What do you mean they are assisting you? The Christed ones in spirit?
I'm talking about soul contracts. The family, your family and friends and everything that that are in, you feel like they're in a lower dimension, and that's okay.
Yeah.
In a sense. What they're assisting you if you are dropping. If you feel like that you're dropping, they're assisting, and there's a high point to it.
Really?
It really is mastery. So there's a purpose until your high version of you will tell you to pull away, like me. So it's about a few years. I'll have a few more years with my star councils only, and that's it. Physically. So I meet people, I meet my clients, or my soul family. I can hang out with them for a few hours, possibly, and then I have to go back out again, if that makes sense. So it's like when I say back out, it's kind of move back out, and it's all my mastery right now is with elders and star beings. So, and that's it. Does that make sense? It's like more of galactic energies, universal energies, the higher selves, all multidimensional me's. It'd be a few more years like that. It's always been like that, but it's this point. It really is. It's the full blown mastery templates. So because it's the mastery templates, it will be most likely be only with them for a few more years, and then I'd be able to
it's like
to be able
phases.
to bring everything into the whole,
we go through
and then
phases.
align to fifth dimensional contracts. Just saying those are my chosen contracts. So those are, it's chosen, where I said I would like to tune and tone with them, so my physical body can become the plasma system. I tune and tone with the galactic beings. They tune and tone me. That's the whole purpose.
Okay.
It's the development of the plasma body. So you'll see in the future, it's just, it could be 6 months, it could be 2 years, it could be 4 years. It all depends. It's your reality. You're in charge of your contracts at a certain point, your soul contracts.
I had a Christed being appear to me in solid human form in the middle of the night a few months ago, and he was glowing white from head to toe, a white beard and white robes, and he communicated telepathically, and he was smiling, and I sat up and smiled at him. You want it to last. When these things happen, you want them to last. Well, we do. You probably see it all the time.
You don't want them out, right?
He said to me, he just said, "We've been waiting for you," which is, that meant a lot. It inspired me. Things like, when that happens, things like that keep you on the path. We need that now and again, don't we?
Yes, we do.
To see.
To be able to see. Mm-hmm. We have to see all the time, even more anymore, and then eventually we know we'll still be able to see, right? And to keep you
because
in the path.
The veils will be taken away, and you learn everywhere.
It's moving through what needs to move through, so we can be our magical and magnificent and amazing selves. Our mystery school teachings, our ascended master selves again. So this all pulls away. They speak telepathically. So I tell everyone that's one of the masteries I'm mastering right now with them, is how to not speak. And we telepathically communicate.
Yeah.
And it's just feeling. You just smile and communicate and giggle. And it's telepathic communication, back and forth, back and forth. It's conditioning and conditioning. It's been like this for years, but now we're in a new mastery of light speed, where we all and you don't speak. So it's interesting. It's all just it would be just like a being standing in front of you, talking to you telepathically through the heart. It's through the heart chamber, through the mind. So you'll be able to hear them clear here. So we're opening up those mastery channels.
I already do that, as you know. The channeling I do is, and we switch about. Sometimes if I can't hear them, I say, can we switch to telepathy? Is much easier and quicker for me to understand. I ask them to do that. So when I'm doing my working say on projects to publish, then it's easier. So
that's beautiful.
Like talking about light activations, a huge light activation will take place. I think it's already taken place. This upgrade will be significant magnitude, affecting those January born people via the sun. That's happened. Light codes having the effect on the heart centre, opening to a more compassionate and loving way of living life here forwards. And the next large event will be on July the 26th. So further downloads, I think that's already been happening. You will then be told the reasons why the ancients have held back this information in you, Christine. Oh, that's Archangel Michael's telling you that. So I think I've found out why now.
Beautiful, Christen. I think that's beautiful transmission. Connecting into the energies. Everyone usually activates. It's all connecting to an activation, navigating through the dimensional grid system. So being able to activate angelic DNA, and then as you activate angelic DNA, you activate the star origins. And that's through the templates. So it is the 12-dimensional crystalline Celica templates. The Celica crystalline energy matrix is what we're full body shifting to. I call it full body. It's Ascension body is how we're able to vibrate in, transforming from a carbon-based body to the crystal body. A lot of us are constructing the star body, which is star plasma system, plasma light, diamond light too. So everyone would know this as the Merkaba quantum computer system, and then there's the super quantum computer system, which is the super intelligent system. So I just want to kind of just break it down through dimensions, connecting to the angelic light from the love of the universe. Definitely is a unification to the universe within inside of us, and then the universe out there. So it's the fifth dimension is going to be angelic realms. So everyone doesn't get confused, because I see a lot of confusion for a lot of spiritually awakening, galactic awakening, mediumship awakening. A lot of people in their confusion states, but you have to understand that you constructed it yourself through contracts that you created and materialized these dimensions inside of you in order for you to experiences soul lessons. So that would be lessons of experience. So I would hope that everyone go with your own intuition, and to be able to activate your heart centers, activating your heart centers to go with your own intuition and not getting confused with what you see being written in front of you, what you allow yourself to be programmed with. Because I do see a lot of people, and in a sense, I feel like it's more manipulation energies than anything else, that you're transmitting manipulation energies. And because you are transmitting it within your frequency bandwidths, you are creating the story or the reality or the play of the scene in order for it to materialize, in order for you to experience a lesson. And that's going to be your internal knowing, that your higher self, to trust in your higher self. And it really is, it's activating trust and the frequency of trust with your higher self. So you have to play out all these roles and continuously playing out all of these roles. And a lot of you guys could be playing out these roles for probably about 10 to 20 years, 30 years, or 50 years, not realizing it, that you are energetically looping in the fourth dimensional systems. So eventually that breaks down. But however long it takes for you to internally trust yourself, to trust your soul, and to trust your higher self, you'll keep materializing. And keep materializing everything. So I do see a lot of, I always say, the duality systems, the collective consciousness still shifting through internal trust with yourself. So that would be never, because I've had a lot of people coming to me about archangels and angels, and really lots of confusion. And I always say, go within your heart and trust within your heart. If it's angelic, it's the fifth dimension. So if you're going into the seventh dimension and into the sixth and into the eighth and the ninth and the 10th and the 11th, you're going galactic. Bunch of galactics standing around you. So hopefully that would be able to help you instead of buying the illusions of your own contracts that you set up for your ascension in order for you to trust yourself and your own inner knowing. It's actually really hilarious when you realize that it really is just you that's doing it to you. So I always try to assist people. It's like, it's just you. If you realize it's you, it's for the ascension journey in order for you to internally trust yourself. So internally trusting yourself. And I've had some people come in with my big one in the house and have some really good little play outs. And I sat there going, kind of like, all right, I get it. So it's a knowledge and awareness, if you want to say, but there is a parallel earth system that you can shift into, and it's there an access point, and you can shift and vibrate into the gate systems, and then you'll have to go most likely into the fourth dimension just to unresolved what needs to be unresolved, and then you can move back in and vibrate back in as high as you want to go. So hopefully I wanted to kind of speak about a little bit about that. So connecting into the angelic realms, just beautiful frequencies. Yeah, that was a multi-dimensional spiral. Thank you. Is it? Same. Would you like, if there's anything else that you would like to share, Christine, into this beautiful space about your sacred book of wisdom?
Well, the sometimes spirit has determination. So I just come. There's so much in this book that I'll have to read it, I think. An unexpected call to duty. Sometimes spirit has a determination to get a message through to reach me through a stranger. And it brings to mind the day recently when I sat down next to a lady. Anyway, I go into it. I mean, it's amazing how they can bring messages from strangers. I don't think a lot of people realise they're even being helped. And so on that point, do you believe in guardian angels, Acacia?
Oh yeah, I have a lot of stories of mine. Mm-hmm. Yep, I've died a lot. I've had those experiences. So I've had those experiences of my first awakening was when I had my child. I was dying on the table, and it was the guardian angels, most likely the angelics, that actually healed me. So I could feel myself leaving the body, which is the consciousness. So the consciousness in the body was dying, and then I felt that experience. So yes, I do know 100% they are there, because I could feel my energy body lifting up to leave, to ascend, and to move out of the body. And I asked them, can you let me have this experience with my daughter, please? And then I had the angelic angels. Angelic angels, star beings. One was my twin ray. So the twin ray came in, and he was able to move time and space. So as he moved through time and space, he healed me. It was my twin ray that actually was able to access that point and was able to heal me, and the bleeding stopped because I was hemorrhaging so bad. So yes. So I'm going to say I do know the twin ray is the one that came in, the higher advanced of him, and was able to heal me as a traveler. So they are angelic human Templars, or angelic spirit guides. Okay, so yeah. Just like you know that he was the time traveler, he actually showed me how he went in to go to get me. There was a few other times that that I was almost leaving too. So I have some really crazy stories too as well, but that was one of them. He showed me how he can walk through time and space as an angelic human Templar, and he was able to revive me with the other councils, and I was able to have my experience with my daughter, and then there was a few other ones. So yes, and then also car crashes and car accidents too. Cars going right by the cars. It was right after I had her too, where we were almost hit twice with a car, huge car crash in Miami. And the cars moved, literally were coming right for our car. And the Archangel, I know you can call it an Archangel, angel, angelic, human, whatever it was, but I'm going to say I think it was my starship, my shield on my starship. But I do believe that there is a driver of the ship, so it's angelic human. The car came and it literally moved like this and then went head on into the other cars. It happened twice when I had her in the back of the car. She was an infant. And they actually were able to move the car, and I did receive it from spirit, because that's the one I access. I received it clearly from Gabriel and said, we just moved the cars. Don't go on the road too much because she just got here. And I said, okay, kind of like that knowing. I was able to communicate through Gabriel, through Led Zeppelin.
Not the group.
Is Led Zeppelin, yes, is how Gabriel communicated to me at first. So yeah, I know it sounds funny, but that's how he was able to open my channels through music. It was the only thing. It was a really funny awakening. Just put it that way. So anyways, yes, car accidents, move the car.
Well, they do it in a way that it's like me. I've put some, just by way of entertaining people, I've put some of my conversations with the artists, because I noticed that a lot of musicians were dying around, well, passing to spirit, if you like. They don't die. So many that I loved. I say so many. So in the book, there's actually my conversation with around 8 musicians, songwriters, very well known. And one of them, I'd just like to tell you one with my conversation with Freddie Mercury. And he said to me, it's strange because I feel I know all about you. That was to me. But I suppose his guides have helped him on that side to know all about me. And I've put here, I just can't believe that my guide set up a short conversation or interview with Freddie Mercury, who, as I said before, is another great favourite of mine. I've always loved hearing and watching Freddie sing, even to this day. What a fantastic performer he was. So he said to me, he comes through and so natural, saying, hello, sweetie. And I just can't explain to you how you must have had a similar experience with Led Zeppelin. I just say I can't connect with that one. That's heavy rock.
It was through music is how Gabriel was able to, it's music, sound tones, and frequencies through my Merkaba. That's how Gabriel communicated. Gabriel came to me before she even came in and was prepping me. I had so many souls in Miami. I was in Coconut Grove, Miami. So many souls were outside of my door in my dream state, and Gabriel was standing right there, and he just looked at me, and he said, Gabriel, he came to me as Gabriel, always says Plieadian, and that's what he told me from Pleiades. And standing there with me and said, we have a lot of work to do here. So there were souls lined up out the doorway, and that was the first of my awakening. And then the angelics came in. There was more extraterrestrial angelics started coming in and standing over me, and that was really cool. They're all telepathic, and that one still was Gabriel, but all I saw was white.
So what did you do with the all the souls that were out there? Were you aware of? You weren't aware of?
I woke up just going, ah! What did you think I was doing? I had things flying around the house. things would go it was really crazy energy. I didn't know what to do, but eventually obviously there's a higher me that was just, what I was doing was passing all those souls my dreams through a Stargate portal. So it was on and Coconut Grove is built on top of a Bohemian graveyard. And then the place that I bartended at for 10 years, if you would take pictures above it, has nothing but souls and orbs built on top of a Bohemian graveyard. So what I was doing, I was literally there just transporting souls for like years, not realizing in my dream state. And then I woke up. Then it went fully galactic in 2012. So it was like 2010, 2000, probably like 2009. So it's like we know what to do, but it was hundreds of souls, and I told Gabriel, I said, get him out of my house. What are you doing? And he was just like, kind of like, what are we? Kind of just looking at me, going, we have to transport them through. So yes, guardian angels, 100% sure. I have so many stories on that one. I have to say it's definitely 100% real. There's so many though, so many stories.
Well, people, probably don't believe they heard. You probably don't know Robbie Williams in America. He's got this song called Angels. He said
Robin,
John Lennon. He said John Lennon gave him that song from Spirit. But this, even I can't grasp this. They're over there still working, like Diana, Lady Diana, and George Michael, and Ansel. I can't remember his first name. A boyfriend is over there, and they formed a group called the Rainbow Group. And it's working for peace. Let's hope it's working for Ukraine at some point. But they go into like churches and places, and they tell me what they're doing.
Yes, the efficiency. I think that's beautiful. I think you cut out for a minute. You're finishing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they go into churches, and they work through the ministries, like without maybe them realizing, like in dream states, and that on that level.
Yes, a lot of celebrities in the dream state. The ones that pass, and then the ones that are still alive. I've been doing that for a long time. Not awake, not because the veils are so thick and the programming is so thick that if you were to communicate about your dream states, I was online for a long time in my 20s, my 18. I knew when Katrina and Wilma were going to hit, and I want to help assist people, and that's what we're here for people that are having these really bizarre dreams and premonitions that are coming in, and that you are supported. And this is the reason why I created the channel, and I'm going to say we, so I want to remove I there, deprogram that. I want to be able to open up to assist people because the programming is so thick, especially here in the United States. And it's like the programming of having all of these dreams and premonitions, you're a seer, and then connecting to spirit, even celebrity spirits or beautiful singers and artists, and you're actually communicating with them in your dream state.
Yeah.
So it's an
I was just reading this bit. Sorry.
But it's like the programming is shut down. The people think they won't communicate about it because they think that they're, whatever it is, crazy, or people like to diagnose with mental illness and all kinds of stuff. But this is why I do what I do, is because I realized I was awakened, very awakened in the teenage years, and then also in the 20s. The only thing is that everything was well, you can say escaped through alcoholism and started in when I was 18. So I didn't know what to do. So obviously, the energies and the frequencies of everything, and it's just like traumas and everything else. I would just drink. So I still would receive though tons of stuff, even though by years that in the 20s and teenage and 20 years. So I just want everyone to know that most of the time you're probably assisting and working your dream state. You're more of your higher selves and more of your multidimensional selves in your dream state is what I'm getting at. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So just for
I think you need to do your thing again.
Am I freezing up? Shantara focusanti de focusanaka focusanakati. Yeah, it's like moving through, but yes, it's like it's really cool. I've helped out a lot that have passed away. Robin Williams came to me right away. I had to transition with him on a few things. So that was really cool.
Did you?
Well, he's ascended. It was kind of like communication, just kind of communicating. A lot of people don't understand the death cycles, the actual leaving the body. So a lot of people are, whatever it is, where they're at in their consciousness. So it's ascended, and having that communication, and then working with celebrities in a sense in my dream state, assisting them through their ego. Pretty much energetic loops. It's really
Every
busy.
time you freeze, I do that. It seems to work. I can't do it. I don't know the right words. You'll have to message me the words.
You have to flow it through. Our vibrational frequencies or energetic signatures are different. We have a unique signature. So you'll pick it up really quickly just by sitting in my field. Just go reset and readjust.
Reset and readjust. Okay.
Reset and readjust timeline. Be able to see the holograms moving. Reset any of your reality grids.
One more thing I'd like to ask you about talking about celebrities. I was speaking to Prince, and it's published in the book, The Conversation.
Yes.
And he was talking about he goes to concerts still. He's met his ancestors and cousins and close friends, aunts, uncles, and sister he never knew. And he said, back to the music. Man, I love the concerts here and the nature, the vibrant greens, blues and purples. Okay, every colour is bigger, brighter, more beautiful than where you are. I am happy, I feel love again, I walk in nature, I am free. And they appear in different, they show themselves to me. He had a white robe and a t-shirt and purple jeans he had on, that's right. Anyway, after I spoke to him, he was talking about Purple Rain, but they go to concerts, that's what I'm getting at. People can't grasp the idea that on that side of life, this is something I'd like to know as well, how there can be another dimension where they are solid. Even my family, I speak to my family, my mum and dad in spirit, and my dad says, I said, when you speak to my mum, is she solid? He said, well, she looks pretty solid to me. I said, when you touch her, does she feel solid? And he said, yes. What's your take on that, Acacia?
We move them into a higher dimension through Stargate systems. So yes, they would be solid. When they ascend, it's a vibrational frequency. Some are liquid, So and you would have to understand that too. We are moving into a plasma transparent liquid body system in the future. So you have to understand that a lot of people talk about the harmonic universes and the breakdown of the 5 harmonic universes. So if they go into a higher harmonic, there's the third dimension. And we do know that it's the third dimensional spirit realm, but you can move them into the higher dimension, transporting through gates. So yes, there are dimensions that are solid.
Lisa.
You should focus on see. Then there's one, you see it's clear. You see how transparent this is? Jelly body. The future, we're a jelly body, but it's not really in the future.
The crystal body. Yeah.
It kind of froze a little bit,
but
there is higher harmonic universes. So liquid jelly, liquid gel. It would feel like transparent liquid. Plasma, liquid diamond light plasma bodies, and it is jelly, transparent.
So what about the concerts they go to? They go to...
I've been to the concerts.
I've been to... Do you go to them?
In my dream state, yes, I have. I woke up going, what in the world is this? Where am I at? But yeah, I've been to the concerts in my dream state.
But how are the instruments solid then?
So
because most people won't be able to... You've frozen again. Reset.
I'm sorry, say it again.
The instruments they play, they say all these people go... I mean, I have seen them myself in an audience in the dreams. I've been dreaming and I've been to the concert and seen them, but I just say, oh, I'm dreaming. But like you, I believe we do actually go there. And, they often tell us, the spirits, that we meet... These are often messages I pass on when I do readings for people, that they're meeting in dreams. So nobody has any recollection when they wake up what they've seen. But anyway, my question was, how can the plasma work on kind of reinstating a human body, if you like? But what about the instruments that they play? And I've been told it's different. The music they produce is different. It's more electronic. But they haven't actually said how or why they not why, but how they reproduce this electronic sound.
It's electronic music, like an orchestra system. It would be through sound tones and frequencies and colors. So it will be in the future, most likely quantum light activated. It's you have to understand that when you ascend, you're going to a higher, you can call it a higher dimension, most likely into a higher universe, parallel universe, alternate universe. Yeah. So it's transferring over. And that's the best way I can put it into. So I would say most likely the future. You can call it the future, but it would seem like the future if you were able to access the instrument, you would realize that it is the future. A lot of them are just probably being transported, like I said, so like a higher universe, they're ascending, going back to the cycles. That also can ascend back to their planetary structures or new stations where they want to go. So I'm going to say stationed into galaxy stations, Andromeda, Pleiades, stuff, different places to go. So, and you would have to understand that this technology will be a lot different. I would say it's more light technology, light music. That's electronic.
The lights and the colors, fantastic. But
yes.
So I guess they've had to learn how to reproduce that, and that's all there is to it.
Yeah, se focus into moving deeper. I was going to say astral journey space, cosmic shamanic astral journeys, kind of going inward to unlock the portals so you can see more, to be able to receive more of the details, and it's something that you'll be able to bring in. It's like you're unlocking it within inside of you, but your ascended self already knows where it's at. Like I said, I know you from the higher realms. You call it a higher realm if you want to, but it's a multidimensional existence where we could vibrate. We can energetically, I can vibrate our frequencies and move our frequencies to vibrate. You can vibrate into this dimension. We can have an experience of a higher dimension of your ascended self, me and you as the ascended selves working together. It would be magical, and all of our abilities would be online, and we could maintain that vibration. It's where you vibrate in. So those, you would vibrate into the reality, and then most likely, then whatever happens after that, you could vibrate out, or you can maintain that vibration.
Right. So the body, they use the body to activate the light and sound, the same as we talking, but we won't be talking. We'll be producing music. Is that what you said? Sound. We'll be able to
It would
produce
be
sound.
sound in Merkaba. It's the Kathara pastel
Oh, from
palette.
the heart.
It's
From
in
the
the
heart
Merkaba.
center. The
Here,
Merkaba.
it's in the heart tones, but it's in the Merkaba. You can play it. When you move your hands like this, it's music. It's electronic music in the Merkaba. You guys would know it as the Merkaba, the starship. There's a quantum computer system and a supercomputer system. There's 5 stages of the Merkaba. It's 5 phases. There are more phases that many have already unlocked here, but it is through music, sound tones, and frequencies. The Cathar pastel palettes, and all you're going to see is a pastel rainbows as you play electronic music. Yes, it sounds like a robotic system, and then it will tune and tone itself. So that's the avatar system. The full-blown avatar system, you can play music in it. That's the reason why there's stargates, multiple music stargates, when you hear stargates opening up. If you were here in my field healing my avatar, you would be like, you're robotic. You sound like robotic, like electronic. Yeah. And that's me. So I'm fully merged with the avatar. We play music. Yeah. We can play music. All of my beings, all of the Andromedans, that's how they sound. Andromedans are not going to sound like us. Andromedans sound like this. Can you hear us? Children, yeah, hello, and then they play music and sound tones, and it's totally different. You have to understand is it's their full-blown system. It's their light body system. Yeah, it will freak you out first. But yeah, and that's the Andromedan system. So that's the 7th dimension, though. So the higher one that I have, when she communicates to me, which is me, it's a higher version of me. When she communicates to me, it will feel like a wave is exploding in my brain, but I can hear her really clearly. It's a higher dimensional being that is me. You have to understand that it's all me's. It's all me's, and as she integrates more, I'm able to hear her more. But the vibrational frequency, the vibration is so high that it sounds like a light wave coming through my head, but sometimes just to put me in a meditative state, just for me to get what she's saying. And she'll just say, here, do this, or give me plasma frequencies to program the earth system, different plasma light, liquid light, and say, program the earth grid with this, please. I say, okay. So it's like it's a higher version of me, but it's like has to kind of knock me out just for me to get a word in. And when she speaks here, it'll blow your brain out. It feels like it's blowing your brain out with the stereo system. So it's all different high dimensions.
I've been told that there was a spirit, an interfering spirit. I don't get it anymore because I work with Pleiadians and Pleiades. And I do this twice a day, this session, it's my session, in the violet circle, and she comes in and only loads of love and light come in, you know, the kind of thing. But one day this spirit was pestering me, and he was told to stand back because I'm helping them in Russia. And the messages I was getting from Archangel Michael was referring to the Russo, which is a very old-fashioned description of Russia. So with that in mind, can you not work on the grids and the plasma in the Ukraine to bring more peace? Do you do that?
It kind of, they're playing music. It froze up, and all I'm getting is a bunch of music. Yeah.
I heard someone laughing your end.
I know. It's like all I hear is music. You're talking. Music? It sounds like they're playing music. The Pleiadians is like. I thought that was funny.
I heard
What was your question?
I heard it.
I have to do one more.
I heard the music.
It's like freezing up. So,
my question was, do you work on bringing peace to Ukraine, you know, the war that's going on between Ukraine and Russia?
Okay, yeah. Kind of tuning into the frequencies within is that I most likely will not be commenting on it. And that's something that my big one in the house says not to comment on it. Okay. So always tells me don't answer those questions, please. So I will have to listen, because to be honest with you, I really don't feel like going through an experience with this one. I was like, whoa, we're gonna have to go break this all down again. So what I will be sending always is peace and love to everyone in that dimension that is experiencing it. I'm going to say healing, peace, and love, and whatever needs to be, in a sense, vibrational frequencies tuning in, and that's where I can to be able to connect. So, and I will be listening to this highest one, and there's always a purpose. So, I passed this test. Yeah.
You're behaving yourself.
Yeah, I said there's tests, and I have tests set up. There's a purpose for it. So what I will say is like not fluctuating in the reality grids of it, but we are able to. There's multidimensional me's that are galactic commanders that monitor, and that's and just to be able to send love and light and peace to always.
Yeah.
That frequency network, and I would call it dimensional frequency, dimension of a reality. Okay, collective dimension. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. All right. So I do have. I'll have to close the space down, and I'm sending love to you as a beautiful flow space. I'm going to put all the information for our avatar goddess, Christen Snowden. And I'm hoping for next time we can get together. Ooh, it's freezing. But I'm hoping that we'll be able to get together and we can do a flow space maybe in a few weeks when you feel like you're ready again. If you want to come on again, I would really love for you to come on. I think I'll figure out.
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. I can see why the big one in the house, who's the big one, and that's the higher self, big one in the house came in and said, we're going to work with Christen. Bring her on the channel, please. So we flow, everything seems to be really beautiful flowing. I do have to close the space down. It's the summer solstice, so I do have I have a lot of lineups for today, and we have a master class tonight. It's a Twin Rays master class. Twin Rays, Christed, Sun, Oversoul, Conscious Embodiment master class. I did want to tell everyone for a few days, so it'd be about 48 hours, we have 33% off of our whole website right now. And that would be for services and products. And it is Unicorn Goddess is the coupon code. Unicorn Goddess is the coupon code if you guys want to, if you feel like you want to open up new doorways. So I'm sending love to all of you. I will have all of Christen's information below in the description for Love from the Universe. And I'm actually really excited for my book to arrive. And I'm really, I'm feeling it. And it's like a lot of people probably say, once you read the book, I don't have to read the book. I can sit there and activate it into the field, and I can feel the light coming out, so I can activate your book in. That's how I knew. I was like, oh, let me just activate the codes in, because it is all angelic light encoded, and that's what I felt off of it. So I was like, let me bring her on for an interview to support people, because we're always coming up with new ways to connect to your higher version of you. So in the higher self and all the galactic realms, angelic realms, spirit guides. So thank you so much for being here.
And
I'm sending so much love to you.
Thank you. Bless you.
Yes, and hopefully we'll get together in a few weeks.
That
we do a longer flow. I told you it'll be a few hours. We'll be here. We can do a bigger space, and now we can set up a bigger space in order for it to be a few hours long. Maybe we can get some questions and stuff, so some Q&As, and we can probably go over some questions on if you have people you work with that want questions, and then for me too, your community, my community, and then we can answer a few, kind of narrow it down to see what we can answer for the collectives. Okay?
I look forward to that. Thank you.
Yes, I'm excited. I send so much love to you.
And love to you.
So love to everyone, because we have Russia, we have Ireland. So Russia and Ireland, I'm sending love to everyone. Russia, Ireland, I know we have the Ukraine, so we are sending so much love to everyone. And the UK and France, Australia, Africa, because we have followers from Africa. So thank you guys so much, and I'm sending so much love to all of you, and the United States too as well, all of our followers and beautiful soul family in the United States. Listen, team.